these seekers, spiritual seekers. Some of us are, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying generally seekers. Some can be disciples, or some people can be seekers in the sense that they are clients. They are belonging to a certain spiritual scene. They may be orbiting around a particular environment, spiritual environment. It can be Tibetan, can be sannyasins, can be different clubs, different environments which have something in common. They are all seeking something. They're all trying to go to the spirit, to embody, to be more, they have all different philosophy. They're all seeking for something. And eventually, this seeking, as I was saying in my example at the beginning, I was seeking, then I was addicted to seeking and I loved the breakthroughs, for example, the realization, but I was not enjoying. The seeker doesn't really stop seeking. What's next? So the seeker is like, again, okay, I got that, what's next? I got the black essence, what's next? What's next? So the seeker keeps on seeking. It's never stopping. So it becomes an identity. It's the identity that's seeking the spirit, seeking the true self, and it's actually an ego identity. The seeker is a construct. And part of the ego identity is that is feeling empty if it stops. It needs always to find something, and whenever it gets somewhere, if it would stop and say, I found it, it would not be a seeker anymore. So it would, metaphorically speaking, die. So it has to go to the next thing. And so the seeker start to make alliances with other seekers in the same community, and at the beginning what was the. So this is what happens to all of us. The ego looks for the truth, goes maybe where it is, and then without knowing, we build this identity. We build again an identity, and that is on the copying what we were looking for, what we were seeking for. And we think we got it. Then we think, okay, this is real. But it's not. It's another construction. So the work basically never ends. The self-image, the identity keeps on reifying, or growing. We make new ones, and they constantly need to be seen through. We never finish. It never ends. So we need to do the work all the time. We need to be on our toes all the time, because we maybe again identify with the self-image, thinking this is the self. Because everybody is telling me, oh, you're so this, you're so that. How many years have you done? Oh, how many medals do you have? Oh, you have it. You have it. You must have had it. You've been with Osho. You've been with Faisal. You must have something. And then the ego starts to be identified with that image. And then we may start to present that image. It's very convenient. And then here we go. We're separating from the self by identifying with the image. So this is a trap. This was a big trap for me, and it's a trap that I've seen many people falling into it. And so I thought this was a nice topic to introduce our talk, our group, our meetings, just to... Because I think it's part of the common history for many of you. But the other thing is that once, at times we realize this, at a certain point becomes so tight that we realize, and then we may drop out. Say, okay, I don't need to be working on myself anymore. Hell with it. And people drop out and never come back. Also, that is not the solution. Then again, something is missing. So hopefully we can let go of seeking and finding. So we can become from seekers to finders. And I'm not saying you're not there, and I'm not, implying anything with my, but the idea is to find and constantly find. Because what we find, if we hang on to it, because we change, it will not be real anymore if we want to hang on to it and we make an image from it. So we're finding and we let go of it, we let it flow. So our identity shifts from a more consolidated self-image, historical self-image, to something that is more spacious, that is more dynamic, that is ever-changing. So I'm always the same one, but I'm never the same. So I'm always me, but I always change. So that is a little bit challenging for the ego at the beginning, but it's such a freedom, to allow. So the ego relax, like I was saying before, and allow the self to be always changing.